In this video, I'm going to show you how to perfectly detail a 3-story residential building, focusing on one of the most critical parts of the entire structure system, which is the beam raft foundation. We have already taken this project through the full journey. We started from the structural framing in AutoCAD, then we proceeded to ProtaStructure, where we carried out the complete modeling, analysis, and design. We even designed the beam raft foundation itself using ProtaStructure. Now, we have arrived at the detailing stage, and this is where things get interesting. I will be revealing why the reinforcement we normally place at the top in a conventional slab actually goes to the bottom in the beam raft foundation, and why the bottom reinforcement swipes to the top. We will break down the governing principles behind this reverse. In fact, you are going to learn everything that you need to know about beam raft foundation detailing just by watching this video. You will gain more value from this video, even from most of the paid courses out there. This is a promise that I'm making to you because I'll be breaking down the principles behind beam raft foundation design and detailing. But everything about beam raft foundation detailing cannot just be covered in a single video. So this will be a series of videos. The first part of this video will be about the beam raft foundation layout, then followed by the raft foundation beam detailing, and lastly we will now move into the slab detailing of this beam raft foundation. This series of videos will be packed with high insight and knowledge that will forever change the way you think about beam raft detailing. I'm Miracle Okeke Richard. Welcome to SamGoz Engineering, and in this channel I help you develop the required skills and enhance your knowledge to elevate your engineering career. So if this is what you want, you can quickly subscribe. So, like I've said before, we started from the structural framing in AutoCAD, where we position our columns, beams, and slab, and we were able to expose the governing principle and everything you need to know about column placement, slab placement, and even beam placement. Then we proceeded to ProtaStructure, where we did the modeling of this 3-story residential building. After that, we went to analysis. We analyzed the forces acting on each member, both the forces acting on our columns, the forces acting on our slabs, and the forces acting on our beam, because analysis is all about analyzing forces acting on the member. It can be bending moment force, shear force, or torsion. Then after analyzing the forces, we then designed this 3-story residential building, and after doing the design of the 3-story residential building, we carried out this beam raft foundation. So in case you want to learn everything, because I'm telling you, we were able to expose everything that you need to know in both the governing principle about them. We are able to expose and disclose all of them. So in case you want to learn all of them, the link to all these videos is in this video description, so you can easily watch them and catch up. One thing I would like to show you about this beam raft foundation. Let's go to the plan view. This is our story 0, which is the foundation level. So this is our beam raft foundation. So look at this. You know, in our normal slab, we used to have this as a bottom reinforcement. Look at it. Yeah, it's running from here to this point. Yes, we used to have it as a bottom reinforcement. But in this beam raft foundation, look at it. ProtaStructure is giving it to us as a top reinforcement. So it is correct. Yes, it is accurately correct. It is the way it is being detailed. And two, doing because of this video, I'm going to explain everything. Let me show you the story 1. Let's look at story 1. Story 1 beam and column, story 1 slab detailing. So right now we are in the story 1. So if you look at story 1, look at it, it's named B2. Yeah, this same slab. Yeah, but here it is B2. Why at the foundation level it is T1? Yeah, meaning that at foundation level this is recognized as a top reinforcement. Why at the bottom level it is recognized as a bottom reinforcement. Also, let's also shake one of these. Look at this one now. Yeah, if you can see this, look at it. We're having at T12 at 250 T1, which shows that it is a top reinforcement. Also, let's look at this. This one, it shows that it is a top reinforcement. And also, let's look at this. It shows that it's a top reinforcement and also a top reinforcement. But let's go to our foundation detailing. Yeah, our foundation detailing. So right now, we are at the story 0. So look at it now. I are seeing it B1, meaning that this is not a bottom reinforcement. Look at it B1, meaning that this is also a bottom reinforcement. Let's come over here. B1, meaning that it is a bottom reinforcement, and B1, meaning that it is a bottom reinforcement. The reason and the principles behind all this will be explained during the course of this video, so don't miss out on this. We can also come to let's come to the beam. Let's come to our foundation beam. I would also like to show you something on foundation beam. So this is our foundation beam, so I'll just click on one of the beams. Do you want to master structural design in just 10 days? I created a course where I carried out the full structural design of this residential building step by step. In this course, I broke down everything you need to know about structural design, starting from the fundamental engineering principle all the way to the practical detailing. Honestly, it is far more in-depth than anything you will find for free on YouTube. And think about it, if my free lessons are already this good, just imagine my paid courses where I poured out all my knowledge and real-life experiences. This 10-day structural design masterclass is all you need to become a confident and competent structural engineer. And the best part is, it is affordable because I consider that most of you are still students. So click the first link in this video description and access the course. So this is one of our beam. So if you can see, it's normally, if it's in a normal beam, we will be having hugging moment at the top. Yes, we'll be having hugging moment at the top. But now that moment is no longer at the top, it is now at the bottom. Yes, this is also another unique thing about this beam raft foundation. See, but if it is a normal beam now, all our superstructure beams, all these 3Y16 will be at this top. Yeah, will be at the top, will be here. Yeah, will be here because more moments will be at the top. If it's normal beam, our moment diagram will be like this. It will go like this, then come down like this, and then like this. That means we will be reinforcing the top because of the hugging moment. But in this beam raft foundation, the moment is going in this direction, is going up, then here it will come down, then go up, then terminate at 0. So that hugging moment is not at the bottom. We will be explaining the governing principle behind all this, so you understand this. Just stay tuned till the end of this video. So right now we'll be moving into AutoCAD to perfectly detail this beam raft foundation. I've exported this in AutoCAD, so let's go over to AutoCAD so you see where we have exported all this. So I'll come over to my AutoCAD. So this is the drawing that I was able to export from ProtaStructure. So if you can see, this is our beam raft foundation detailing. But as I've always been saying, the thing or the drawing ProtaStructure gives us is not clear. It lacks clarity. Once we print this thing out and take it to site, those people aside, they will not be able to read this. And two, if you submit this thing to them, they might misinterpret your drawing and do the wrong thing, and which can eventually result to building collapse. So this detailed drawing that ProtaStructure gives us is not clear. So we'll be using the software known as Stone Bridge Detailing Template. Sorry, template, not software. Stone Bridge Detailing Template to perfect this detailing that ProtaStructure gives us. Stone Bridge Detailing Template. And the link to this template is also in this video description. You can go get it because this template, you should have it as a civil engineer because it will definitely help you. So this is the foundation. This is the detailed drawing that we got from ProtaStructure, but we are not going to use it like this because it is not clear. We are going to work on it using Stone Bridge Detailing Template. So right now, if you get the template, please place it in your document folder. It must be in your document folder for it to work. If it is not in your document folder, that Stone Bridge Detailing Template won't work. Yeah, it won't work. So it must be in your document folder. So open it in your document folder, then it will not take you to Excel. Then you now open it. So once you open the Stone Bridge Detailing Template, this is what you'll be seeing. So this is the Stone Bridge Detailing Template. So if you see, this Stone Bridge Detailing Template is also good for Start Pro. It's also good for Orion, not just for ProtaStructure. If you're a Start Pro user, if you're also an Orion user, this Stone Bridge Detailing Template will help you. So coming over to Stone Bridge Detailing Template, we have the one for Pi Foundation, we have the one for Slab Raft Foundation, we have the one for Beam Raft Foundation, and we have the one for Wire Steel Foundation, also Pad Foundation, and then Steel Detailing Template. So everything you need to perfectly carry out your design is here in Stone Bridge Detailing Template. But in this drawing, we worked under Beam Raft Foundation. So I'll be clicking on this. So this is what I need. So I'll click on this. Please make sure you get this template, and the link to this template is in this video description because it will definitely help you a lot. So I'll click on this. So after clicking on the Beam Raft Foundation, so it will bring you to this interface. The unique thing about this Stone Bridge Detailing Template is that you already have a drawing that you can easily reference at all time. Yes, so you already have a drawing that you can easily reference at all time. So this is the drawing that has been done by Stone Bridge Detailing Company. Yes, and if you look at their drawing, see, look how Look how clean and neat it is. So if you print this and take it to site, it will be readable. The site engineers, they will understand this. But if you take the one that ProtaStructure gives you to site, it won't be readable. Look at their beam. Look at. You can easily distinguish the difference between the reinforcement line width and the beam line width. And they are seeing the difference. But the one ProtaStructure gives you, you will not be able to distinguish this difference. Also, look at their slab detailing. This is how our slab detailing will look after the end of this video. Our slab detailing will look like this, perfect, neat, and they are seeing it. But let's go over to the one that ProtaStructure gave us. Look at the one that stone bridge detailing template has. Let's go over to the one that ProtaStructure gave us. So this is the one that ProtaStructure gave us. Look at it. It's not clear. Even coming over to the beam itself, you won't even know the one that is my beam, my reinforcement, and also my line width. You don't know the difference because why? They are of the same line width. So don't use this drawing that ProtaStructure gives you. Make sure you edit it using the stone bridge detailing template. Also look at their beam raft foundation. Look at how tattered it is. It's not neat. It is not readable. But coming over to stone bridge detailing template, look at how neat it is. Everything well arranged. So our drawing will look like this. So right now, what we'll be doing is that we'll shake first after the general note after the general construction note. The next thing that we're having is this raft foundation layout. Yes, that's the next thing that we're having. Raft foundation layout. That means in this video we'll be doing raft foundation layout. This video will be full of insights and knowledge that you can't afford to miss. So watch till the end. So right now, what I'll be doing is that I'll copy out my beam raft foundation from the one that I got from ProtaStructure. So I'll come over to this point. So this is what I'm having. So I'll copy this out. Once I copy it out, I'll do CO. CO stands for copy, enter. So I'll copy this thing out. I'll copy it out. I'll just place it out. I'll just place it here. So what I'll do now is that I'll be deleting most of the things that are here. So let's come over. These are our stone bridge detailing templates. So look at this. This is what I'm having. I've been seeing how neat it is. Yeah. So I don't need all those reinforcement and everything. So I'll come back to this my drawing. Click on this one. So I'll be deleting most of them. So what I'll do is that I'll just click on all this. Yes, I'll just click on all this, highlight them. Just highlight all this. Just click on it, highlight them. I'll also come highlight this. So after highlighting this, what I'll do next is that I'll right click on what select similar. Click on select similar. So if you see all of them has been selected, then I'll then hold my shift key. See, things are also selected from this my reinforcement. This is my detailed drawing that I got from ProtaStructure. So I'll hold my shift key. Once I hold my shift key and I'll deselect everything that I'm having here, I'll deselect all this. So look at it. I've deselected everything. Then I'll come over and then do E. E stands for erase. E, enter. So if you can see, I'm now having a very clean and a very neat drawing. So I'll also come over to this point and also copy this beam raft foundation detailing. That's the beam. Yes, I'll copy this because I'll also be needing it. I'll do CO, enter. CO stands for copy. So I'll copy this and I will paste it at this point. Yes, so I'll paste it at this point. So these are the two things that I will take to this stone bridge detailing templates. These two things will help me to carry out the foundation layout and also the beam detail. So I'll highlight this. Once I highlight it, I'll do Ctrl C. Ctrl C stands for copy. I'll do Ctrl C. Then come over to this stone bridge detailing template. I'll zoom out. I'll just come. I'll come over to this point and I'll just do Ctrl V. Ctrl V is to paste and I'll paste it at this point. So this is what I'm having now. So I've been seeing the uniqueness of this template. So look at it. Look at what ProtaStructure gave us. Yeah, this is what ProtaStructure gave us. See, I don't know the difference between the reinforcement of this and also this. I don't know the difference between the line width. I can't easily detect which one is my reinforcement and also which one is my line width. But immediately I moved it to stone bridge detailing template. Look at it. I can easily distinguish. Okay, come out now. I can easily distinguish the difference between my line width and my beam line. Yes, the difference is clear. So this is one of the advantage of this stone bridge detailing template. It will really save you time, not just time. It will also save you energy. So I also advise you to get it. Remember, the link of this stone bridge detailing template is in this video description. So get it and practice on your own. So after doing this, next thing that I'll be doing now is to come and copy a sample from what Stonebridge gave me. So this is what Stonebridge gave me. So I'll copy a sample. So I'll like to use these two drawings as a sample. So I'll do CO, enter. So I'll be using both of them as my sample. So I'll copy them. I'll paste them at this. I'll like to paste them here. So I'll like to paste them here. So what I'll do now is that I'll make sure that the whole property, I'll make sure that I match the properties of this. So all the properties that I'm having here, it will be the same thing with one I'm also having here. Yeah, like everything. For example, let's shake. Look at my grid line. That's my axis. I'm having it as axis line diameter 1. So this is what I'm having. But if I come over to stone bridge detailing template, what am I having? I'm having it at NG rather line. So what I'll use, I'll match the property of this to this. Yeah, reason is because if I still print this like this, if I still print this drawing like this, it will not still be clear and it will also be readable. So I have to match the properties of everything that I'm having here. I have to match the property of everything I'm having here to this. Yes, so that once I print my drawing, I'll have a neat drawing, not just a neat drawing, and not just any drawing, I also have a readable drawing, a drawing that can be easily read aside. So do you want to master structural design and detailing in just 10 days? I created a course where I carried out the full structural design of this residential building from start to finish. In this 10-day structural design masterclass of this residential building, we carried out the structural framing, modeling, analysis, and design every structural members. We analyze the forces acting on them and design reinforcement to counter those forces. From there, we move into foundation detailing, part-based detailing, column detailing, slab detailing, even staircase detailing. We also sectioned and detailed our staircase and slab. And finally, I showed how to print and present your drawing professionally. This course is highly in-depth because I poured out my knowledge about structural design into it. Honestly, it's more in-depth than all the free structural design videos on YouTube. And think about it, if my free lessons here on YouTube are already this good, just imagine my paid courses. This is all you need to become a confident, competent structural engineer. It is an investment you will never regret in this life, because remember, the greatest investment with the highest return is the one you make on yourself. And the good thing is, this course is highly affordable because I consider the fact that most of you are still students. The link to this course is in this video description. It is the first link you will see. Go and enjoy every bit of the lesson. Do you want to master structural design in 10 days? This course will get you there. So what I'll do now is that I'll match the properties of the beam. Yes, so let's come over to this point. Let's see what is the property. We'll click on one of the beams. So we're having it as NLNG beams, color 8, continuous and by layer. I'll match the whole property, not just match this NLNG beams. No, make sure you also match color 8, continuous and by layer. So what I'll do here is that I'll come over to this point, then click on one of my beams, then click on select similar. So once you click on select similar, you see all your beams has been selected. Yes, all your beams has been selected. So I'll come over to this place, then locate that which is NLNG. So I'll move to N. So I'll move to NLNG beam. So look at it. Beams. I'll click on it. So after selecting this, remember, we'll come over to this point. It is color 8. Make sure you leave it in color 8. Make sure it's in color 8. So I'll come over and select color 8. I'll come over to this point. I'll have it as continuous. So I'll click on continuous. So this point, I have it as by layer. So I'll still leave it in by layer. Then I'll escape. So if you can see now, I'm not having the same property that I'm having here. So I've gotten this. I've been able to achieve this. So next thing that I'll do now is to change this grid line. Yeah, I used to change this grid line. But what I'll do in this grid is that I'll just do match property. I'll just do this. Just do MA. Enter. MA stands for match property, to match property. So I'll just do it like this to match this whole property. Yeah, I'm doing it like this because I believe this will be a faster method. Yeah, this will be faster and this will be more easier. So I'll also do it like this. But if you try to do this in terms of beam, it will take you time. So at this point, if you see, we are getting our drawing to look like this. So next thing to do now, look at this cantilever lines. Yeah, this cantilever lines. So I'll come over. My cantilever line is what? I'll click on this. I'm having this to be NLNG concrete slab by layer, and then 0.18. So I'll come over to this point again. I'll click on this, then click on select similar. If you can see, everything has been selected. Then I'll come over to this point and then locate N. Where is my N? Let's move to N. So this is it. So look at it. NLNG concrete slab. So I'll click on it. So at this point, we have it to be by layer, and then 0.18. Yeah, 0.18. So this is what we are having. Then I'll escape. So if you see now, our drawing is almost looking exactly like this. But if you see all this line that I'm having here, that ProtaStructure gave us this, yeah, it is not here. Yeah, it's not here. So what I'll do is that I'll pause this video so that this video will not take too much time. So I'll pause this video and delete all this. So I'm pausing it now. Remember, you can get this stone bridge lettering template from the link below. Yes, get it and practice on your own. And also, you can get the architectural CAD file of this 3-story residential building and start from structural framing and practice till this point so you don't miss out on anything. So I'm pausing this video right now. So at this point, I'm through deleting everything. So if you look now, I'm having almost the same drawing as this. Yes, so next thing I'll do is that I'll come and change this my column color. Yeah, I'll change my chrome color. If you see it is green in color, so I'll come over to this point and then select this ash, then right click, then click on select similar. Once I click on select, everything has been selected. Now I'll come over to this point, this color, and then choose color green. Yes, I'll also escape. So if you see, I'm almost having exactly the same thing as this. The next thing that I'll do is that I'll copy out this 20 millimeter thick concrete slab, because that is also what I use in ProtaStructure to design my slab. So I'll also copy this out and then click on CO, enter. So once I click on CO, enter, I'll copy this. I'll remove my auto key. That's this my auto key. I'll remove it by doing control F8. I've removed it. Then I'll start pressing this at every point I'm having slab. So I'm having slab here. I'm also having a slab at this point. I'm also having a slab at this point. Sorry, I'm also having a slab at this point. I'm also having a slab at this point. I'm also having a slab at this point. But after I'll scale this down because it will be too much. I'm also having a slab at this point. Then yes, I'm having a slab at this point. Then I'm also having a slab at this point. I'll just place it at all the places I'm having a slab. I'm having a slab at this point, and I'm also having a slab at this point. Then I'm also having a slab at this point, and yeah, I think I'm through. Okay, I'm having, don't worry, once I scale this one down, so I'll escape, then coming over to this point, I'll select all this, then do ST, enter. ST is to scale. They are asking me to specify base point, so I want it to be my base point. I want to scale down to 0.75, and then click on enter. So it has been scaled down. Then I'll copy this. I'll do CO, enter. I'll copy it. I'll paste it at this point too. Then I'll also like to paste one outside. I will escape, then highlight it, then do RO to rotate it. I'll then click on enter. Then turn on my auto key, control F8. Then I'll then select a base point that's to be here. Sorry, I'll like it to be like this. Yes, I'll like it to be like this. Then I will then copy it. CO, enter. I'll copy it and turn off my auto key, control F8, then press it at this point. I'll press it at this point and also press it at this point, and then also come and press it at this point, and finally press it at this point. Yes, so right now we are through with this. So right now what we'll be doing is to arrange our beams. Yes, is to arrange our beams. So look at what we are having here. As you can see, this is what they are having. Look at this is beam 1, and this is beam 2, and this is beam 4, and so we are going to arrange our beam like this. So to arrange our beam, what we'll do is I will come over to this point. What we're doing is to copy this. Yes, we have to copy this. Yeah, that's why I ask you to get this stone bridge design template, because we will always be needing it at all points, and we'll also be referencing it. So I'll remove my auto key by clicking on control 8. So I'll come over. I would like to have it at this point, have another one at this point, and also one at this point. So I'll escape, then I'll come over. I'll start arranging my beam. So I'll come over and copy this. For example, look at this is ground beam 5. So I'll copy this. I'll do CO, enter. I'll copy from any point of my choice, and then I'll come over. I would like to be having it. Let me check again. I would like to be having it at this point. I would like to have it here because this will be my ground beam 1. This will be my ground beam 1. So I'll place it here and escape. Then double click on this. Yeah, I'll double click on this and change this to 1. So I will escape. So I will escape. What's this beam number? So let's click on it. This beam number is FB1. That's beam 1, 225 by 1000. So I'll escape. I'll come over to this point and look for where is beam 1. So this is that beam. So this is beam 1. I'll copy it. I'll copy it from here. Okay, wait. I want to show you something. Assuming you are there when we did the foundation design, that's this beam raft design of this 3-story structure. You see that we included web bar. Yeah, that's why I said that you must do your interactive design. It is a must. You must do your interactive design. We say that since this is more than 600 millimeter, since the depth of this beam is more than 600 millimeter, there must be a web bar to prevent twisting, because if there is no web bar, this thing might twist. So look at the ones we did interactive designs of some. Yeah, so for example, this beam now we carry out interactive design on it. So that's why we included this web bar. You must include your web bars once it's more than 6 meters. Yeah, even if it's no matter any beam, so far it's more than 6 meters, you must include a web bar to prevent twisting. Because if you not include that web bar, that means there is a probability that this one will twist and it will fail. So that's why you must do your interactive design. But I not do interactive design on all the beams. So on your own, you can get the CAD file on your own. You do the interactive design on all of them and include the web bar. So I'll come over and just copy this, do move, please move, don't copy, move it, move it, move it, don't copy. So I'll like to move from this point, and I'll come and place it at this starting point. Yeah, so what once I have it here, I'll just click on this. I don't need all this. I'll click E, enter. E is to erase. Then I'll come over to this their sample. I'll come over to this their sample and then copy this and copy this, C O, enter. So I'll copy this from this point and I'll place it this point. So let me explain. So this is my beam one, yes, but I'm having it to be 225. I'm having it to be, my own is 225 by 1000. Yes, so this is my own, and their own, they say this is six numbers. Yeah, you can decide to be including the numbers, six numbers, four numbers also, because if you check their structure, it is almost typical. For example, this beam is the same thing as this beam, or because or will have the same reinforcement. Maybe this beam will have the same reinforcement as, let me say, as this beam. Yeah, maybe in this only, this beam is having the same reinforcement as this beam. And if you check, this beam is exactly the same thing. Look at, there is no column here, there is no column here, so they can call this ground beam one. As you can see, look at it, ground beam one, and this is also ground beam one, because they are the same in everything. In reinforcement, that's number of reinforcement, and the depth, everything is the same. So they decided to group it together um as the same type of beam. Yeah, so you can decide to do that on your own. So then look at them. Look at these ones that are having column at this point, column at this point, column at this point, column at this point, and the same number of reinforcement. They grouped it as what? Ground beam two, ground beam two, ground beam two. So you can decide to group your beams, or you can decide to leave it. So in this case, I would like to, since this place, look at this beam now, look at what I'm having, this beam now, and this beam and this beam, they are the same thing, they have the same property. Okay, let's check. This beam now is beam 32. Beam 32, let's go over to beam 32. Beam 32 will be around here. So beam 32 will be around here. So look at this beam 32. If you are finding this video helpful, please don't keep it to yourself. You can do well to share it. If you're a student, share the link of this video in your class group. If you're a practicing engineer, you can also share the link of this video in your work group. You can do it right now. In fact, it won't even take you up to 10 seconds to do it. Just pause this video, click the share link, and then send it to your class group or your work group, so that more people will get to see this and they will also learn alongside you. So if you can see, this one is 2y16, yes, and also 2y16. That's this beam 32, and also we're having the same depth and everything. And if you come and check this one, it's still the same thing, 2y16, 2y16, the same depth. So they are having the same property. So I can decide to say that this beam one is two number, or I can just decide to do it two times, any of them, anyone, anyhow you want to move it, because we agree that this side, like this side of the structure, is typical to this side. Yeah, so I can say that, for example, I can call this also my beam two, and I can call here my beam two, and also call here my beam two, because they are having the same property. I hope you understand, because that's what I'll be doing. I'll be grouping my beams together. So this is beam one, and I'll copy this thing to CO, enter. I'll copy this too. I'll also copy from here, and this is also my beam one. Yes, and this is also my beam one. So this, I hope you understand. Then I'll come over to this point and delete this beam 32, because I've already mentioned it as my beam one. So I'll come and delete this. I'll do E, enter. Yes, so I'll come over to this point. I'm having beam 1 225 by 1 meter. Then I'll double click on this. So this will be two numbers. My own, in my own case, it is what? Two numbers. Then I'll escape. Then I'll also come over to this point. This will be my beam two. This one will be my beam two. So if you are seeing, the first beam here is 20. So I'll come over to this point and locate 20. So this is 20. So this is down my beam two. So what I'll do is that I'll copy this. I'll copy this from here to here. Move, enter. Make sure you move, please. Don't copy. Make sure you move it. I'll move it, and I'll come and press it at this. Okay, yeah, I thank God it will enter. So I'll come and press it at this point. So this is what I'm having, and since this do not enter well, I will decide to draw this back. Then I'll do enter. Turn on my auto key by clicking on Ctrl F8. Then I'll move this backwards to this point. So this is what I'm having right now. Let's zoom out. Then we'll come and delete all this. We don't need all this. We don't need this. We don't need this. We do E, enter. So we come and copy this. We'll do CO, enter. Yeah, we'll do CO, enter. We move this to, maybe let me say I will place it at this point. So once I press it at this point, I will zoom and double click on this. I'll double click on this. So this will be my beam 2. Yeah, this will be my beam 2. Since this is the only beam 2 I'm having, so I'll just come over to this point and just include one, or I can decide to delete it. Anyone, any of your choice, you can use your choice. So I'll zoom out again. Yeah, okay, I've not labeled this as beam 1, so I'll copy this. Don't mind that we are having this on top of this. Don't mind, because we are still going to delete all this. Yeah, we are still going to delete all this because this is not necessary to us. Yeah, we are still going to delete this beam ravening that comes from ProtaStructure. ProtaStructure is doing this beam for example, ProtaStructure, according to ProtaStructure, if you come over to this beam, this is 20, this is 19, and this is 18. But since this is a continuous beam, so the whole of this continuous beam should be your beam 1 or beam 2 or beam 3. That's how to label your beam. But ProtaStructure is not observing that. So for that reason, that's why we are doing it again all together. So I'll come over to this point, do C O, enter. Yeah, I'll copy this from this point and I'll bring it on. I'll like to turn off my auto key. I'll like to place it at, let me say, I'll like to place it at this point. So yeah, so but I'll come and change it to beam 2 because this is not my beam 2, this is no longer beam 1. So I'll escape beam 2. Then if I do something like 4 more, I'll pause and do everything and then resume back. The next thing is to for then this one, this, look at this will be my beam 3. This will be my beam 3. So I'll double click on this, do C O, enter. I'll copy this from here and I'll place it at this point. Yes, once I place it at this point, I'll double click this again. So I'd like to be deleting all this. Yeah, to leave only, then I'll change this to beam 3. Then I'll escape, then move it, enter. Then I'll move it inside. Yeah, I'll leave it here. So this is my beam 3. Remember, I'll be having this, I'll do CO, enter. I'll be having this and also this as my beam 3. So these two beams, they are my beam 3. Yeah, because they are typical, they are exactly the same thing. And if you check their reinforcement, you see that they will be the same thing. So let's check. This is beam 22 and this is beam 34. So let's go and check on beam 22. So okay, this is 21. So this is beam 22. Yeah, if you can see, it's 2y16, 2y16. Yeah, everything, the same reinforcement and the same depth. So let's check on beam 34. So look at beam 34, 2y16, 2y16, the same reinforcement. So I'll just delete one of them. E, enter. Then I'll come over and copy this. I'll move this, not copy. I'll move this. Enter. I'll move it from here and then I'll place it at this point. Hope you're understanding what we are doing. Yeah, don't worry, we are still going to do the slab detailing, so you understand the slab detailing will be more interesting because I'm going to explain many things in that slab detailing. And also, don't forget, you can get the CAD file and practice on your own. At least is a way of supporting this channel to giving out free knowledge. Yeah, many pay for this, but we are just giving out for free, so you can just get the CAD file and support our channel. So I'll place it here, escape. Then I'll come over and double click on this. I'll double click on this and then change it to and change it to 3. Yeah, and this is still 2 numbers. So I'll escape. So I'm through with this. The next one is that this will be my beam 4. This beam now, yeah, this beam will be my beam 4. So I'll come over to this. Do CO, enter. So I'll copy it from this point and I would like to place it at this point. So this is my beam 4. So I'll double click again. So and I'll change this to beam 4. Yeah, so this is my beam 4. So if you check this beam now and this beam, they're exactly the same thing. It's just that it's just a mirror. It's just that this beam now is just a mirror of this beam, but they're exactly the same thing. The rent from here to here is the same thing as the rent from here to here, and the rent from here to here is exactly the same thing as the rent from here to here. So in that reason, I also call this my beam 4, because I know if I check the reinforcement, they will be having the same reinforcement, because the same slab here, the same slab here, the same slab here, the same slab here. So the same amount of fluid is being transmitted to this beam and also this beam. So definitely they will have the same reinforcement. So I'll just do CO, enter, and also this will be my beam 4. And yeah, so there will be two numbers of beam 4. So I'll escape. What's the number of these beams? This is beam 7 and this is beam 27. 7 and 27. So why this one is beam 29 and beam, why this one is beam 29 and beam 30? So but 7, let's go and check for beam 7. Beam 7 will be around here. So this is beam 4, beam 7, this is our beam 7, and if you can see, it is 2y16, 2y16. Yeah, and this is, so I'll come over to this point and then copy this, do enter. Please make sure you copy. So I'll copy this from this point and I would like to place it at this point. Yeah, I like to place it at this point. Then I will delete all this because they are not really necessary to me. I'll delete all this, enter. Then I'll come over to this point and then I'll copy this, CO, enter, copy it and then place it at this I'll place it at this point and then escape, double click on this, I'll double click on this and change it to 4. I'll change it to 4, enter. Then I'll zoom out. Remember, we said that this beam is what, bin 29. I'll check for bin 29 and just delete bin 29. Yes, I'll check for bin 29. This is bin 29, and I will just delete it. I will just delete it. Yeah, I'll delete it because they are the same thing. Yeah, they are the same thing. I'll do E, enter. So next one is I'm having this beam now. So the next beam is this beam now. So this will be my beam 5. And if you also check this beam is exactly the same thing as this beam. So this will be my beam 5 and also my beam 5. After this beam now, I'll pause and do everything and then resume back. CO, enter. So I'll copy this, copy it from here, and I'll like to place it at this point, and then I'll double click on this, 5, yes, and then sorry, I'll escape, and I'll copy this CO, enter. I'll copy this from this point and I will place it at this point. So I will escape, I'll double click again, I will escape. This will also, sorry, it's stay 5. I made a mistake, so it's stay 5. So this beam now is, what's this beam representing? So this beam now is, let's check for it. So yeah, this beam now is beam 3, and this is beam 10. So 3 and 10. So 3 will be around there. So this is that beam 3. So I'll come over and copy this, yes, and copy this and do C. No, sorry, move, not copy. I'll move this, I'll move it from this point, I'll move it from here. Yeah, I'll come and place it at this point. So if I place it at this point, yeah, it will enter. After don't worry, it will enter. So I'll place it at this point. Yes, once I place it at this point, I'll click on this and erase this. I don't need this. Look at where ProtaStructure placed this dimension for me. So I'll move this, enter. I'll try to bring it to the center around here. Yes, I'll like to leave it here. Then I'll come and delete all this. I don't need this. Yes, even this, I don't also need them. Yeah, I'll do E, enter. Then I'll come over and copy this. I'll copy this CO, enter. I'll copy this from this point and I'll be dropping it here. Then this will be my beam 5. And there are still two numbers. This will be my beam 5 and I'm still having two numbers. Yes, then next thing is to adjust this. So to adjust this, I'll just highlight everything, turn on my auto key, control F8, then I'll do enter. So enter. I'll adjust it backwards a little bit. Yes, I'll adjust it a little bit. Then if you can see it, I've entered. So I'm okay with this. Then the next beam, okay, we'll come and check for this one. Look at here, this one is 36 and the 37. So we'll also delete it. 36, 37. This is 25. So around here will be 36, 37. So this is still that beam 5. Yeah, it's still that beam 5. And you know you have copied beam 5. So I'll delete it. So at the end, I'm sure that I've moved away all the beams. I'll do E, enter. So our next beam that we're having now is this beam. So this will be my beam 6, and remember this is also beam 6, but I'll pause this video and complete everything. Once I start doing this vertical ones, I'll resume again and do 2 and then pause again and complete everything. So right now we are through with all the horizontal beams. Yes, so we stopped at beam 8. Yeah, and if you come and check, look at this is what we're having as beam 8, and 2 beam 8 is just only one number. Yeah, because this is beam 8, this is the beam 8, so it's just only one number. So right now we'll be doing the vertical beams. So this one will be beam 9, and if you can see, this beam 9 is 2 in number, this beam, and coming over to this, I look at it again, this beam, so it will be 2 beams, it will be 2 in number. So I'll come over to this point, and I'll copy this. I'll do CO, enter. So I'll copy this from this point, I'll copy from here, then move back. Then I'll place it, I'll try to place it beneath here, and I'll place it here. Then this will be my beam 9 because my last beam is beam 8. So this will be beam 9. So I'll come and change this to 9. Yes, I'll click here. Then this is this is beam 4, and also let's check for this one. This is beam 35, 4 and 35. So for example, so if you can see, this is beam 4, and if you can see, I'm having 2y16, 2y16. Remember what I told you about this web bar? Yeah, I did not do interactive design for all of them, but on your own, get the CAD file on your own, do interactive design for all of them and do it so you get to learn more. So this is beam, this will be my beam 9. Then the next one is 35. So 35 will be around here. So this is also 35. So if you can see, still 2y16, but I would like to copy only one and then delete the other one. I'll do E, enter. So I'll come and copy this. Yes, the reason why I'm deleting is that I will know the ones that I've done. Yeah, so that's why I always delete it. Move, enter. So sorry, I'll do enter. That's to move it. I'll move it from this point and I'll come and place it. I like to place it at this point because there's a space here. So I'll place it at this point. So I'll come again, I'll highlight this and do E, enter to erase it. And then I'll copy this, do C, O, enter. Yeah, I'll move this to this point. Yeah, so once I move this to the point, I'll change it to 9, because this is my beam 9. There is I'll change it to 9. Yes, I'll escape. Then I'll change it to 9. Then I'll come over to this my point. Remember, this I did not place this beam 9 here, so I'll come and copy this. I made a mistake. I could have done it before. Do C O, enter. I'll copy this from this point and place it at this, or I still like to place it at this point. So I'll zoom where I'll place it here. So my next beam now will be this beam. So this will be my beam 10. Yeah, and if you can see this beam now and this beam, they are typical. So this will be beam 10 and this will also be what? Beam 10. So I'll copy this, do C O, enter. Yeah, I'll copy this from this point and I would like to place it at this point. I like to place it at this point and then I'll double click on it. I'll double click on it. So once I double click on it, this will be my beam 10. So I'll delete it. This will be my beam 10. I'll escape, then copy C O, enter. I'll copy it from this point and I'll also come and place it at this point because I like it to be, because this one will also be my beam 10. So this is 31. Yeah, sorry, this is 39. Yes, and this is 39 and this is 6. So 6 and 39. So definitely this should be 6. Yeah, so 6 and 39. If you can see, it's 2y16, 2y16, 6. This one is 6. Then let's check for 39 because both of them are the same thing. So this is 39. So if you see, both of them are exactly the same thing. 2y16, 2y16. Remember what I said about the web bar. So I'll delete this. I'll do E, enter, and then come and copy the one of 6. I just deleted only one, yeah, and copy the other one because they are typical. I'll do M, enter. M stands for move, S stands for move. So remember, please, if you're finding this video helpful, you can do where to share it. Yes, you can do where to share it in your class group, among your friends, if you are a student, among your colleagues, if you are a practicing engineer. Just share this video. Yeah, so you will not get to learn alone. More people will get to learn. Yeah, more people will get to learn. You will not learn alone. So I'll copy this. I'll do here C O, enter. I'll copy it from here and I'll come and place it at this point. And also do where to write this video. Yeah, do where to write this video. So this is my beam 10. You can even do it right now. It won't take you time. It won't take you time. You can just pause this video right now and just like this video and also share this video, and this will be to a number. So I'll right now, after since I've done this and this, I would also like to pause. I also like to pause the video to so that the length of this won't be that long. So I like to pause the video, do for this and also do for this, because you know this beam now will be typical with this. Yeah, that will be typical, and also this beam will be typical with this, and also this will also be typical with this. And once we are through with that, that means we are through with our detailing. So I like to pause the video and do everything. So right now we are through with everything concerning our beam. If you can see, this is our last beam. Yeah, this ground beam 15 is our last beam. And also look at it. It's two in number. Let's come over to this point. So look at it here. This is our ground beam number 15. So we are through with everything concerning our beam. So what we'll be doing now is that we'll be deleting all this. Yeah, all this. They are not necessary to us again. Remember, this is the one that came with ProtaStructure. Yeah, and two, we have inputted the one that we want. Look at it. This is one that we have inputted. So all these ones, they are no longer necessary to us. So what I'll do is I'll just select few. I'll right click on select similar, then click on select similar. I'll just do, once I've clicked on select similar, I'll just do E, enter. E is to erase. So if you can see, our drawing is now a little bit free. Then at this point, next thing that we'll be doing is to dimension. Yeah, we'll be dimensioning this foundation layout. So I'll click on my dimension. Once I click on my dimension, I'll be dimensioning based on grid line. So I'll dimension from this point to this point. I'm having this. I'll then type dimension continuous, dimension continue, dimension continue. That's this. I'll then come and place it at this point, place it at this point. I'll also place at this point. I'll just place it at this point to save time. Yeah, I'll also place at this point and also place at this point. Please don't forget to like this video. Yeah, and if possible, you can share it among your friends and among your colleagues at work. Then I'll stop here. I'll escape again. I'll then click on dimension again. I'll dimension from this point to this point. Yeah, so this is what I'm having. I'll also come back and click on my dimension again. I'll dimension from here to here. I'm having this. Then I'll come and type dimension continuous. I'll click on here, any of them. I'll place it at this point, and I'll also place it at this point, place it at this point, place it at this point, and also place it at this point. So this is what I'm having right now. Then I'll come back and click on my dimension again, and I'll dimension from here to this point. Yes, so this is what I'm having. So you can still repeat this same thing for here. Okay, don't worry, let's come over. So if you come over to Stone Bridge 10 template, this is what we are having. So this is what I have. I'll do MA, enter, to match property of this dimension now. So I'll start from this side. Yeah, to match property. So this is what I'm having. Look at it. I'll match property for it to be a little bit bigger so that it will be readable as sight, or it will be readable once you print it. Once you print it. So this is what I'm having right now. Then what I'll do now is that I'll write to copy this. You can still repeat this dimension for this side, but me, I'll prefer to copy. I'll do CO, enter. I'll copy from, let me say, from this point, and I'll come and paste it at this. Yeah, I'll paste it at this point. Yes, once I paste it at this point, I'll escape. Then copy this M, enter. Then this one should be at the back. Yeah, it should be at the back. I'll place it at the back. So this is what I'm having right now. Then I can also come over to this point and also copy this. Yeah, I'll copy it, do CO, enter. I'll copy it from this point, and I would like to place it. Oh, I just copied only one, no problem. After I'll copy the other one, paste it at this point, then I'll escape and then come over. Or I can just choose to dimension any of them. You can just choose to dimension. So I'll dimension from here to this point. So I'll leave it here. Then do MA, enter. That's to match property. I'll match the property of this. Yeah, so I'm through with dimensioning of my members. Then right now, after dimension of a number, next thing to do is this column labeling. You know, we deleted everything. Yeah, column labeling. If you can remember what we said in ProtaStructure, yeah, in ProtaStructure, if you can remember what we say that once it comes to ProtaStructure, once we come to detailing, all our perimeter columns, they will be 225 by 225. Yeah, our inner columns will be 225 by what, 300. If you not watch the video we did on analysis and design concerning this Raft foundation, please make sure you watch it, because the link is in this video description. Yeah, the link is in this video description. Make sure you watch it so you understand how we result to that conclusion that our inner columns will be 225 by 300, while our outer columns will be what, 225 by 3, 225 by what, 225. So for that reason, I'm making all my inner columns to be what, 225 by 225. Remember, when we increase the size in ProtaStructure, yes, we are having some small offset like this. Then when I say that once we come to detailing, we'll arrange it. So I'll do enter. I'll do enter to move it inside. I'll place it at this point. So this is how it should be. Once you come to detailing, I'll arrange it so it will rhyme with, it will finish with the wall. But right now, there's one thing that we need to consider. Should this column be placed like this? Because you know this is 225 by 300. Should this column be placed like this, or should it be placed upward, or should it be placed downwards? I don't know. I don't know whether you understand what I'm saying. Okay, let me make a copy of this, and also let me explain what I'm trying to explain very well. Let me do CO, enter. Let me copy it from this point. I'll copy from this point, and I would like to place it at this point. So my question is that should this column be like this? Yeah, or should this column be like this? Which of them? Which one? Should it be like this, or should it be like this? So right now, I'm going to explain it for you, so that once it gets to this, that's why I say you should subscribe to this channel, because you'll be gaining a lot. And also, that's why I say you should make sure any of the video that I post, watch from the beginning till the end, because I'm going to be explaining some certain things during the course of that video. So right now, this column should be placed like this, or should it be placed like this? So look at, before you consider anything, look at what you'll be considering. We'll consider what is called moment. Remember, this column now is carrying a beam at this side, and there is no beam at this side. That means there is a moment at this side. Yes, and there is no a beam here to counter that moment. I don't know whether you understand it. There is a beam here, but there is no beam here to counter that moment, because this beam will generate moment on this column. Then coming over to this side now, going over to this y-axis now, there is a beam here, there is a beam here, and there is also a beam here. But this beam and this beam, they are not of the same length. Yes, they are not of the same length. The length of this is not the same as the length of this. That means the resultant moment across this beam will not be zero. If they are of the same length, that means the resultant moment, will be zero. That means the moment here will cancel the moment here. But since they are not of the same length, the resultant moment, that's the both moment, will not be equal to zero. So let's check the dimension. I'll just explain using only this beam. Then I will now pause the video and do the rest, and then come and show you. Look at it. I'm having that the dimension of from this beam is from here to here. That's 3.975. I'll repeat linear from this point. I'm having that from here to where. Look at this beam started from here and stopped here. So look at where this beam stopped. Look at where this beam stopped. That's 4.35. And then I'll right click again, repeat linear. I'm having that this being started from here and stopped here, so 1.8. Remember, so we say that the resultant, the moment, remember, moment is what's the moment for a simple supported beam? Is WL square over 8. So one major thing that contributes to moment is what? Rent. So in this case, we'll be using only rent. We'll be using only rent because that rent is L square. That means rent plays a very high factor once it comes to moment. Yeah, because the formula for uniformly distributed load, that the moment is WL square over 8. So the rent here is 3.97, and 2, there is no moment, there is no rent, there is no beam here to counter the moment this beam is generating. Coming over to this side, there is a beam here to counter the moment. Yeah, but the resultant moment is not equal to 0. That means the resultant moment around here will be 3.975. Why? Let's check for the resultant length or the resultant moment around here. I'll come over to my calculator. So this is my calculator now. So I'm having 4.350. 4.350. I'll minus this 1.8. Hey, I did not put my, okay, 0.0. So I'll be having, look at that, I'm having 2.55. That means the resultant moment around here is what? 2.55. Why here is what? 3.75. That means what it means that the total moment on y direction will be, like, if you multiply, you'll be having it, the range will be what? 2.55. I not said the moment is this, so this is not the moment, but this is the range. But remember, length has a very major factor to play once it comes to a moment, because this slab, they have the same loading. Yeah, that means they have the same loading. So the only thing that changed in this slab is just the rent. Yeah, because the same load coming, because this is, they have the same load, but we are not really considering load here. We are just considering the rent. Yeah, because if we want to determine the load, that means we have to go back to first principle. So to prevent that, we are just going to use only the rent to determine what we are determining. So the resultant rent here will be 2.5. So if you see this one is more, that means we'll be having more moments in S axis in S direction. Do you understand? That means our beam, our column will be in this direction and not in this direction. I don't know whether you understand, but I'll see a spring with one more. I'll do E, enter. I'll see a spring with one more. So my column should be like this. I'll see a spring with another column to know whether you understand what I just explained now. So I'll do E, enter. So since I've done this, I'll come over to this point and arrange this thing. I'll arrange this column where. So I'll move it to this point. So this is what I'm having now. So let me use, okay, no, let me not use this one again, because this one is almost something with the one that we did before. Let me look for another one. Oh, there's no unique one here again. There's no unique column here again. But I will just go with this. Remember, we said that all our outer columns will be 2 to 5 by 2 to 5. No, let me just choose, I would like to choose, no, let me choose this. I like to choose, okay. Let me just explain using this again. Let me just explain using this. So I'll come and click on my dimension. What is the distance from here to here? I'm having it to be 3.25 linear again. The distance from this bin to this end, 300 meter. Distance from here to here. So I'm having this to be 3.75. I'll also right click again to shake linear. I'll shake from this point to this point to this point. I'm having 4.35. So I'll bring in my calculator again. So I'm having the resultant moment along this S axis. I'm having 3.3975 minus 3,000. So equal to, I'm having 7.95 millimeter. That's the resultant rent. That means the moment here will not leave that high, but the resultant rent along y axis, look at, there's no beam here to counter this. That means this whole thing is the resultant rent. So that means this column should not be like this. My column should not be like this. I placed it wrongly. I'll come and copy this. CO, enter. I don't know whether you understand what I'm explaining, because the resultant moment here will be high. So this column should be like this. And not like this. E, enter. And not like this. I don't know whether you understand it. So this my column should be placed in this direction and not like this, because the moment along here is higher than the moment along the moment along y axis is higher than the moment along this s axis. Yeah. So with this now, I'll pause this video and do it for all this inner column, because we agreed that the whole inner column should be what 225 or 300. Remember, that's what we agreed on. If you want to know what resulted to that conclusion, you can go and watch the video that we did about analysis and design. Yeah, and the link to that video is in this video description. Go and watch it so you see how decisions are being made as an engineer. So right now, I'll pause the video and do everything. So right now, I'm through with it. So if you can see, all my inner columns, they are 225 by what? 300. Yeah, 225 by 300. So next thing to do now is just to dimension this cantilever length. So yeah, I'll be having it that from here to here. You know what it is now? It's 500. So I'll just do for this side. I'll also right click again, repeat linear. I will do for here 500, and then I'll also repeat again. I click repeat linear. I'll do for here. I'll do for this point from here to here 500. Then I'll do the last one. I click again, repeat linear from this point to this point 500. So since we are through with this, next thing now is to do our sectioning. I don't need this, I'll delete it. Next thing to do is to carry out our sectioning. So in our sectioning, so you can set to section the horizontal, that is horizontal, or is set to section it vertically. But I'll come and just copy this their section and do some altering. Like I'll alter the dimension, I'll do CO, enter. I'll do CO, enter. I'll come and copy this their section. Yes, the reason why I copied this their section, you can, if this section do not suit your drawing, you can start from beginning and do the sectioning on your own. But the reason why I copied this their sectioning is not hard, but I'll not be doing it in this video. But the reason why I copied this their section is because if I section my drawing like this, if I section my drawing from this like this now straight, that means it will look like this. That's why I just copied this their own. Yeah, because if you see from here to here, we're having a beam from this point to this point. That will be from this point to this point, and if you can see, is more of a smaller length. Then we're having another beam from this point to this point, and then from this point to this point. That's the end. That which is from here to here, and then from here to here. So that's why I copied this beam. So as me, this beam now do not suit. As me, I can't find any part of my drawing that suits this their sectioning. I'll section my own from beginning. You just do it from beginning. So, but right now I've seen a part that looks like it, so I'll just copy it and then come over to this point, come over and copy this, yeah, this thing that they did, this their sectioning. Do CO, enter. I'll copy it from this point. I'll just place it here. I'll escape, then rotate it. That's RO, rotate it. I'll turn on my auto key, control F8, then I'll rotate it like this. Yes, I'm having it like this. Then since after rotating it, maybe I'll move this thing a little bit, enter. I'll move it downwards a little bit. Then I'll then copy it. I'll copy it. Do CO, enter. Copy it from this point. And let me remove my auto key. I could have done move, not copy. I could have done move, not copy. Then I'll press it. Remember, we agreed that it's this side that we are sectioning. So I'll press it at this point. Yeah, once I press it at this point, I'll move this thing upward again. I'll move it upward. Enter. Enter. So I'll move it upward a little bit. Yes. Only upward to this point. I'll leave it at this point. So this is my sectioning. This is my sectioning. So I'll do in, enter to delete this. So I'll come and alter some of the things I'm having here. So come over to this one. I'm having that this grid now. This grid is grid G. So I'll alter this. Yeah, you can just do it on your own. I'll alter it. So I'm having that this grid is what? Grid G. I'll alter it. And I'm also having that this second grid now is grid E. So I'll come and change it to E. Enter. And I'm having that this third, this third grid is grid C. So I'll change it to C. So this is how you just alter it on your own. And then I'm having that this last one is grid A. So you can just come, I can just come and choose what to grid, what A, grid A, enter. Then after I'll also change this. I had it to be 1 meter. So I'll take 1 meter. Yeah, I had it to be 1 meter. Then 1 meter minus by 200 minus by 200, because that's what you do. That's it to be this plus this. This is 400, 600. So I'm having 600. Yeah, 600. I'll do 600. Yeah, so this is what I'm having. And then I'll change this to 500 because mine is 500. So it is 500. Yeah, so this is how you alter. But I'll pause this video and then alter everything. If you see, I'm still having 200 millimeter thick slab. I'm still having ground beam. So all these things are stayed here. 200 millimeter thick toe slab. All these things are stayed here. It's still okay. This thing is 1000 millimeter depth, but my own is 1000, not 1300. So I will change it to 1000. Then I'm having that this thing. I'll change this back to 500. This is how you just alter it. 500. I'll change it back to 500. Then I will still repeat the same thing. I'll just pause this video and just do everything at once. So right now I've changed everything that needs to be changed. So what I'll be doing next is that I'll come and copy this. Don't worry, we are almost through. I'll come and copy this and then copy this. We are almost through. Once we are through copying this, now that means we are through with our detailing. I'll do CO, enter. I'll copy it from, maybe say from here, and I'll like to place it at this point. Yes, once I place it at this point, I'll come back and select it again and scale it down. Yes, I'll come back and select it and then scale it down. So I'll do SC, enter, locate this point. I'll just use my mind and locate the center of this. Yeah, I'll choose it to be center. I'll then take it to be 0.75, enter. Yes, so I'm having this right now. So I think, okay, for me, I'm not okay with this. I'll copy this now. I'll like to copy this. I'm not really okay with this. I'll copy this. Turn off my auto key, control F8, do M, enter. That's, I would like to move this to the top. Let it be at the top. I'll prefer it to be at the top. Yeah, let it be at the top. So I'll place it at this point. Then I'll scale this thing down again. I'll also copy this. SC, enter. I'll use my eyes gauge to locate the center. I like to scale down to 0.8. I click on enter. So it's coming down a little bit. I think I'll be okay with this. Yes, I'll be okay with this. I think I'll be okay with this. Then I'll do enter to move it and to arrange it well. So I think I will be okay with this, but you can still decide to scale it down if you still want, maybe by 0.9. It depends on you, but I think I'm okay with this. Then I'll come over and copy this, do CO, enter. Then I'll copy this and place it at this point. I'll place it at this point. So right now, since I'm through with my detaling, I'll delete this. I'll do enter. Yes, and I will also come and copy this. Copy this. I'll move it a little bit. Enter. I'll move it to this point. So yeah, to this point, and I will come and delete this. So enter. So right now we have come to the end of this video. Don't forget, you can get the CAD file and practice. Don't also forget, you can get the stone bridge detailing template on your own. The link is in this video description. You can get it and use it in your practice. And two, don't also forget, you can like this video and you can also share this video among your classmates. You can even do it right now, since it won't even take you anything. Yeah, it won't take you anything, because this is a knowledge that we have decided to offer for free. Yeah, but this is what you could have paid for. So you can do us well by sharing it. You can also do us well by getting you can get the CAD file and practice on your own. Yeah, if you watch 100 videos and another person just watches only 10 and practice those 10, that person will be far better than you, even though that you have watched enough videos than that person, but that person will be better than you later on.